Welcome to the Random Search Selector step-by-step setup guide. The handheld Random Search Selector is a versatile, battery-powered unit that is quick and easy to set up and convenient to use. This video shows how the dip switch settings on the double-check models are adjusted to set the appropriate percentage of search results you want the unit to deliver. The standard search selector model only features a simple pass or fail result, so only has one set of dip switches to set. However, the dip switch setting principle is the same. There are three different double-check models to choose from, however the setup and operation is the same for all units. Let's see how to set up the double-check search unit as an example. First, release the unit from its backplate. The plate can be used later to install the selector in a static location if required. Then release the battery cover and insert 3 AA type batteries, which should power the unit for up to about 50,000 activations. With the batteries inserted, press the large activation button on the unit. One of the indicator lights will come on briefly to confirm the batteries are inserted correctly and the unit is working. Next, we need to set the internal dip switches to deliver the required percentage of special action results, by which we mean the Search 1 or Search 2 indications. But before we carry out the physical switch setting, however, we need to decide what results we want, and there are some important things to consider here. First, we need to decide whether we want to use just one of the special indicators or both. If both, do we want to allow both indicators to light up simultaneously should the event arise, or do we only ever want those indicators to operate independently? And what percentage level should we set? If we set the percentage level too high, we could end up with a very high demand for resources to carry out the search activity. But even if a low percentage is set, the unit will remain an effective deterrent as long as its use and company policy is properly publicized. So, to applying the settings. There are two banks of dip switches on these units. The top set are used to set the percentage for the blue indicator, the lower set control the red indicator. You can set either or both sets of dip switches, and if you use both sets, you have the further option to allow both search indicators to display simultaneously as well as independently. Let's assume that if the red indicator illuminates, the person pressing the button will be pulled aside for a bag search, while if the blue indicator illuminates, the person pressing the button will be pulled aside for a full body search, which may take 3 times as long as a bag search, so we need to set the percentages to produce search results which our security staff can realistically handle. In this example, we'll set the red bag check dip switch bank to 11% and the blue body search dip switch bank to 5%. Physically setting the percentages is as simple as sliding the appropriate dip switches to the on position, so let's get started. The chart on the inside of the battery cover shows the percentage number relating to each individual switch. To set the reds, we need to switch on the individual 8 plus 2 plus 1% switches, which add up to the required 11% total. For the blues, the 4 and 1% switches give us the required 5% setting. In this example, we'll also set the simultaneous display switch, which will allow both indicators to light up at the same time should the event occur. Having set the dip switches, the unit is now ready for use, so replace the battery cover and mounting plate. Before using the unit operationally, it's a good idea to check by pressing the large activation button a few times that it's delivering the sort of results you expected. If it's not, adjust the settings. As far as care and maintenance is concerned, other than an occasional dip switch setting or battery change, these units should be maintenance free. This setup guide also applies to our popular handheld spot check random search selectors, which are a firm favourite with vehicle fleet managers and warehouse staff among others. For more help or advice, visit the website or call the friendly Inside experts on 01273 475500.